Good morning. Happy Sunday. Kind of a wild last 24 hours, right? With the weather changes that rolled in, starting off on a much quieter note. You can see some of the camera shots around the screen that we have up now. Let me pull up the weather computer, though. Appreciate you joining. Thanks for tuning in. Meteorologist Nate Larsen here, Fox 13 News. We've got clearing skies, beautiful skies out there, just chilly temperatures. I'm sure you're bundled up this morning if you're heading out and about. A little bit of snow in the higher elevations, out the snow stake. They've already cleared it, but it had 4 inches on the snow stake. Some of that could have settled out, but just kind of nice to see the wintry season or the wintry look with the sun on the way up. The return of blue skies looks a little more fall-like, some different colors, but also there's still ice on the lens from the Ochre Mountain camera looking over Tooele Valley. Not sure with the front moving through if we need to power cycle it or whatnot, but it's not responding. Tried to swing it around to show sunrise. It wasn't happening this morning. Check out some of this snow video. This is coming out of Sardine Canyon into Cache Valley. Mark Webster shared this with us yesterday evening. So yeah, it's cold. We've had temperatures around freezing in Cache Valley this morning. And snow reported. We had, I do have a photo. Evanston had a little bit of snow. Let me see if this is the photo or if this is an old one. Which one did I update? It might be this one. Oh, that's Sundance. Let's see. Which is great. Scott Taylor out droning or capturing that early this morning. I might have overwritten the last photo with that one. So, but some of the moisture totals. So good rain in the last 24 hours. We did have, unfortunately, some flash flooding in southern Utah with some of the warnings that went out yesterday for, again, portions of Kane County. We had it in San Juan County. Long Canyon, San Juan County, 1.5 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. Monticello, over an inch. Portage, up north end of the valley, or north end of the state, I should say, over an inch as well. Wellsville, almost an inch of moisture. That's where we're seeing some of the snowflakes come down. Tooele, almost an inch of precipitation. Bear Creek, 0.72. That's Utah County, southeast Utah County. Salt Lake International, over half of an inch. So good rainfall we saw out there. Current conditions, this is Cache Valley. A little bit of snow on the Hiram Dam Cam here on the grass as well. So, yeah, certainly was cold, frosty outside. 39 degrees now in Logan. East-southeast winds are light, so just kind of a chilly morning. Temperatures are going to stay on the cool side, so it might be a day where you keep the sweaters on. As we're going to stay about 10 degrees below average. Salt Lake's at 45, 60 St. George. Winds are going to be calmer today. They're northwest, but they're transitioning to more of a southwest flow pretty quickly. The reason being, we've already got a storm system already moving into the Pacific Northwest. That Salt Lake City text is kind of annoying that it follows the windshield. But here's the next storm. You can see it moving through British Columbia into the Pacific Northwest. Cold fronts move through the state, clearing out of the Four Corner region. So still seeing some wetting rains across some of the Rockies and southwest Colorado, but we're quiet this morning and we're expected to stay that way. We did have a little bit of light snow linger across far northern Utah mountains up near Bear Lake. I think I saw somebody post to our Facebook group that, there was a dusting of snow on their porch in Bear Lake this morning. Otherwise, we're looking pretty fantastic today. Could see a little bit of cloud cover early this morning, but otherwise just mostly sunny skies all day long. And then temperatures, upper 50s. We're usually in the upper 60s this time of year. So nice weather for Salt Lake City. Temperatures, as I mentioned, starting off cool. I forgot to show current temperatures. We'll get there just a moment. But then even St. George, comfortable with mid-70s into the afternoon. Also clear skies. The 24-hour temperature change map, always kind of fun to show the difference from 24 hours ago when we have a big swing in temperatures like this. So this is the map showing we've cooled off from 24 hours ago. Yeah, a good 20 degrees or so for Salt Lake, Ogden, 26 degrees colder right now in Logan than this time yesterday, also out in Ely. And we're cooling off still in southeastern Utah, but Cedar City's chilly. compared to this time yesterday, and that puts temperatures in the 40s for many of the valleys. Some 30s out there, freezing in Ely, Elko, 60 though St. George, as we mentioned, and then we're still 50 Moab, 53 in Blanding, and highs this afternoon are going to be quite a bit cooler, of course, from yesterday now that that front has moved through. So cooler today, warming right back up tomorrow. The reason why, we've got, as I mentioned, southwest flow increasing. So if you're just joining us, kind of a quieter day today with the front that's continuing to push off towards the east. Notice over eastern Utah, this is late tonight. Overnight, models continue to show kind of a slug or a wedge of moisture moving through areas of eastern Utah. Could bring some overnight showers across eastern Utah, with increasing moisture across all of southern Utah tomorrow, late afternoon and evening. In fact, flash flood potential, after being no flash flood potential for today, it goes back to possible for tomorrow as more of this moisture moves in. And then northern Utah, for much of your holiday, if you're off tomorrow for Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, should be a nice day generally across northern valleys, but we could start to see moisture increase late tomorrow night, maybe even see a shower or two move through, especially over the higher terrain. And then here comes the next system on Tuesday. You can kind of see it off towards the left-hand side of the screen. That's going to bring some more changes Tuesday, Wednesday into the entire state. So mentioned some of the flash flood potential. Again, we had it over the weekend. We saw it with the warnings that were issued, but it's possible again. That graphic does say tomorrow, but I'm covering it up. Fix that for you. So Monday. So great day today to get out and hike across southern Utah, where we're not expecting any of the flood concerns as things are drying out. Might be a little muddy, of course, in spots with the moisture that we did see. Chances of rain, Salt Lake really increase. Again, there's that chance Monday night, but then Tuesday into Wednesday, the next cold front moves in, and that's going to bring more scattered precipitation and kind of more of the roller coaster ride with temperatures kind of all over the place. So up and down at least, which is common in fall. Right? We tend to transition pretty quickly with a more active jet stream this time of year. So temperatures in the upper 50s for many places, mid 50s today, 60s, low 60s across a bunch of central Utah, with 57 though Price, and then southern Utah, St. George being the warm spot at 75. And then as far as quick peek at the 7-day, I did want to cover some of the 3-day rain totals. They're really impressive with the storm that moved through. And I do have, trying to pull up some of those real quick while that's loading. So southern Utah, mid 70s the next few days, at least for St. George. In fact, through Tuesday, could start to see a few storms Monday afternoon, and slight chance continuing Tuesday, but then a better chance of rain on Wednesday, where we drop temperatures following the front. And then we'll see drier conditions, at least for southwest Utah, through Saturday. Northern part of the state, we do warm up tomorrow back to average, if not slightly above average highs, with that stronger south flow. And then we're going to start to see storms move in. So could see some late Monday night, some isolated storm potential Tuesday, especially later in the day, with rain Wednesday and Thursday. We're in the mid to low 50s, so similar temperatures to today. And then it's not much of a warm up Friday, Saturday, but we'll dry out some with 60 degrees on Saturday as well. So some of the rain, this is kind of fun to look at. So if you go to weather.gov, they do a 72-hour precipitation total, and not much change for so areas along I-15. I think it's Telegraph Hill as you head from St. George up towards Cedar City. 1 to 2 inches reported there. In fact, White Reef 1.18, 2.16 at milepost 29 and I-15. Ash Creek has over 2 inches. So some healthy rain totals in southern Utah. The biggest gauge or winner was Boulder Summit, which is 9,500 feet, but they're reporting 3.97 inches of rain or precipitation in the last 3 days, along with southeast Utah. Monticello, Highway 191, south of Monticello, about 7,200 feet elevation, is 2.82 inches. So really, really good moisture for yeah, this isn't going to really make an impact with some of the drought conditions that we're seeing, but at least we're getting some rain, and we'll take all that we can get. What we really need is some really good snow this winter, which we've got a special coming up on that from the Utah's Weather Authority. We'll have more on that, but the overall outlook, because giving it away a little bit, isn't super great for southern Utah again this year. Um, let's see, any other rain to highlight? I know we had some flooding. Um, Southern Utah and some of the low-lying areas, the canyons, water over roadways, but didn't see much in northern Utah with this round of storms, which is good. We don't want the damage, but certainly it can happen. North end of the state, as I mentioned, Portage 1.16. So, and about an inch of rain fell across the western part of the Salt Lake Valley from Taylorsville to the Ochre Shadows, Magna, 1.19 inches in Magna. So, anyway, some good rains, and then we've got more on the way. So, this next batch of weather, oh, computer froze, is where's the long range rain graphic? Not looking as impressive, but with the next system, this is midweek into Thursday. Our mountain areas should do fairly decent, maybe a good half inch to an inch of rain. Southeast corner could get a little more inundated, San Juan County, but through next Sunday, pretty good chances overall for widespread shower activity with the next trough that moves in. All right. Oh, I hope you guys have a fantastic Sunday. Enjoy the sunshine and the remainder of your weekend. Maybe it's a long weekend for you with the holiday on Monday. Either way, much safer weather conditions statewide. So get out and enjoy some sunshine and this kind of nice fall day. Thanks for watching.